Yo guys, it's your boy Drippy Kage, and I'm here with another video. So guys, I'm here because yesterday I was planning on doing a video, but it got deleted. Now that video is 1 hour, so I'm not gonna stress myself over that video because I was really pissed off. Now, so I just said I'm gonna just do this one because I was planning to do this one this day. I mean tomorrow, and get that over with. But I'm going to do this day. Now, as y'all see in the title, this is what if Naruto had an unknown bloodline. Now, if I don't know what the bloodline is, it's basically certain clans. Like, I'm gonna give you an example, like the Uchiha clan, and it's the Uchiha clan and the Uzumaki. So, let's say Uchiha clan. They have the Sharingan. It runs down their bloodline through generation. That's the Sharingan is only unique to them, unless you steal it. But and let's go with the Uzumaki. Okay. Now they have huge chakra reserves that goes to them. It's not Kikigenkai, so I can't really call it as a bloodline. How about Yuki clan? Yuki clan has ice release that runs through their bloodline. You can't steal that bloodline unless you take some of their blood and stuff like that and get their bloodline trait. Now that's a bloodline. It runs through your generation and your bloodline through your family. It passed down to generations and generations. And it keeps on going. That's what a bloodline is. Now, Naruto would get this from his mother, as I already said. His mother, Kushina, but her name won't be Uzumaki. Well, she would still be Uzumaki, but she'll be mostly most of her her like blood will be from this clan. Now, this clan will be the Naruto clan. Now, if I don't know what Naruto is, basically it's the god of blood. If I look it up, Naruto is the god of blood. So yeah, and I'm tell you about the Naruto clan. Now, the Naruto clan was feared for many, and you could say hundreds of years, able for them to manipulate blood. Now, the Uchiha clan, the Senju clan, you can name it, any other clan wiped out that clan because it was getting too powerful. Just like how the Uzumakis was too powerful of Fuin Jutsu, they wiped them out. They wiped the Naruto clan out. Now, the Uzumakis didn't participate. Neither did the cousins of the clan too. The Tomoe, no, like I don't know. It's a clan with the Sharingan, basically able to manipulate some type of special blood, which you can't manipulate people's blood, but you can. You have to use a special type of water for that inside their country, which they were sealed off because I can't really explain that because it's not a part of the story. But yeah, so that's their cousins, and it's like Uzumaki guys. It's like Uzumaki are their cousins too. But let's forget about that. So the Naruto clan was wiped out a long time ago, but there was still some. There wasn't a handful, but it was still some still alive, able to escape within due time. They wiped them out because they were able to manipulate blood through a level that nobody else could. Not even they couldn't even do it. It's just that they was too powerful. They was ruthless. They was about no mercy. They killed their opponents without no mercy within mind. So they was too dangerous. They were too dangerous within the world. So all the 5 nations gathered up and killed them. It was very powerful indeed. That's why they all had to participate. Now, Naruto being born is the same thing. I won't change into that, except for he will inherit the bloodline trait of able to manipulate blood. Now, the clan trait is black obsidian hair and red eyes. Now, that comes with them being nicknamed as the demons, the blood demons. Yeah, so yeah. But Kushina, due to being Uzumaki as well, she had red hair. And only few people knew about her side of the clan, which only people who knew about it was her husband, Minato, and Hiruzen. Now, I don't think Kushina was alive when Tobirama and them was alive. Was alive. So I won't name them. But yeah, the only people who knew about it was Hiruzen and Minato. Now Danzo doesn't know. Other people that was important about the secrets of the Konoha, they didn't know at all, because they knew if they told them the secret, it would come to hell within the Konoha. Now, hold up, guys. Yeah, within Konoha. Now, when Naruto was born, of course he is getting half of Kuroma's, chakra and soul, because he's a chakra beast, basically. So, and that's how Minato lost his life. Now, with that being said, Kushina lost life as the same way as well, with her being an Uzumaki. She still could have lived on, but used her chakra to compress the Nine Tails from attacking them and the village. That's how she died. Now, Hiruzen simply put him inside the orphanage for a couple of years until Naruto kept running away, not wanting to hang out with anybody there. He's an outcast. They can clearly see they're an outcast. Before people even found out that Naruto was the Nine-Tails Fox Jinchuriki, they been to call him Demon because of his black hair and red eyes. That was his most scariest feature, his red eyes. As it glows, you can clearly see it glows in the dark, no matter what. It's like a change on. But yeah, so as this goes on, they know that he's a Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. It got even worse. Naruto starts getting beatings because he was defenseless. He was very defenseless. He couldn't do anything. He didn't know about his family, nothing like that. So he was defenseless as a little 4-5-year-old kid, barely even at the age of not even a teenager. He was a defenseless boy. Now, at the start, Naruto would begin to, how can I say this? Yeah, I'm gonna say, he started to hate the Konoha villagers, everybody who beat him up, basically disgusted of him. He didn't want anything to do with them. So one day he got very, very angry because they burnt down his apartment. The one place he felt safe. The first place he ever felt he can be alone. In the first place he ever felt comfortable. So once they burnt down the place trying to kill him, he got mad. Now, due to that being said, he couldn't do anything about it at that time because Anbu, since Shinobi came and they know that they will literally stop him. So once again at night, he got a kunai. He got hit with a kunai. Don't know how, but he got hit with a kunai, and he attacked the villagers that burned down his house. Every single one. All they saw was the pure red eyes. Now, one day, they got news of this. And people wondering who was it. People telling them that it was probably the demon. Naruto knows that he called him a demon because of his red hair. Because his red eyes and black hair. But he don't think that they're telling him that because of the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki within its body. Now, Naruto, he's different side of this. So he's not cheerful or nothing like that. He's with pure hate and rage. So, being Naruto, he was caught. He was caught with the weapon. Him being a kid, he don't know how to hide a weapon, nothing like that. He's hell responsible. So let's go to when he's at Hiruzen's office. Now, Hiruzen says, Naruto, why did you kill those villagers? They were innocent people. As Naruto said, innocent? Innocent? They burnt down my apartment. The one place I felt safe. You think that was innocent? And as Hiruzen said, Naruto, I understand. You're mad. But it's just a material. It's just a place. You don't have to kill over you don't have to kill over 10 people just because your apartment burnt down. As he said, well, what do you know? You never felt any alone in your whole entire life. You have kids. You had a wife. You don't know anything. As in, Haruka said he got mad, but controlled his anger. It says, Naruto, you will be locked up for 10 days. Do you understand me? As the Naruto scoffed, and he said, damn it, this fucking village. I will kill you, I promise. I promise you. I said under his breath, they took him to the cell. Naruto began training for the whole 10 days. Him barely eating, didn't want to eat the prison cell's food, anything like that. He was in there for 10 days. Naruto then began knowing he had ability to control blood. He got cut one time. I'm gonna tell you how he got his ability, how he knows. He got cut one time as he was doing his exercise during that day, and he started to move his blood. It's like it was alive. As he began controlling it with his hands, is with hand motions, going left, right, up, down. It was being controlled by him every single movement. As Naruto felt happy, but he wanted that feeling to grow. So he began training that ability as well, not just his physical attributes, but his abilities as well. Being able, he would get his revenge one day. Now, when he got out, everybody was, mad and sad because those people had families. Now, Naruto, he wasn't defenseless anymore. Naruto could create daggers. He could create spears out of his own blood. He can also create kunai, shurikens, but it wasn't strong enough. He couldn't harden it. He can shape it, but he couldn't harden it. Now, being not hardened, it couldn't be as strong or as even can cut through anything. It was liquid. So, but he he can shape it. All he had to do was harden it. Now, when he got out, as I said, Naruto would go train. Now, Naruto training for at least a year of planning and training. He finally figured out how to harden his, as you know, his material. As his blood. He trained that a lot. Being able to harden his blood, that's very impressive for just a 6-year-old. Now, hardening his blood, he has many abilities, like creating a shuriken that's hard as steel, able to cut through flesh. He can create a dagger, a long sword, a hammer, whatever you name it, but it can make him unconscious. Now, that probably wondering why. You have blood in your body. You need blood within your body to live. So Naruto would just drain himself of his blood to train, and he suddenly found out he can't just keep doing this with his own blood, or else he'll be unconscious, or he will fail to become more powerful. So that following year, he tried to figure out what to do to not waste his own blood, but use something else. Now, as Naruto figured out, he smiled maniacally. He can use other people. It's not like they cared about him or himself. He can also use animal blood. But every sort of blood is blood. He can manipulate it, so it doesn't matter. So as Naruto starts to do this, he starts to manipulate animal blood first, being that as an experiment, as if he can manipulate other people's blood or only his blood. So as Naruto began to experiment on if he could manipulate other people or other animal blood, he didn't achieve it within a month. It was hard. It was actually harder than manipulating his own blood, which was confusing. Is blood, but he couldn't find out it's not his blood, the one that allows him to do all of it. So Naruto began manipulating other people's blood within ease. Other animals' blood within ease after manipulating somebody, an animal's blood. And now Naruto suddenly found out that he could actually move them forcefully because he can control the blood inside their body to move however he wants. Now, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all about the Naito clan and their ability. Now, cause I forgot to tell y'all, but yeah, members of the Naito clan can shape manipulate blood as an essential blood fluid in humans and other animals' body. Clan members can concentrate blood into a single point and shoot it out like bullets, or sharpen their blood to a point where they can slice and tear flesh with ease. Some members will be able to indirectly control the movement of objects by leaving traces of blood on them and manipulating that blood in order to move the object. And they can use the speed. I mean, they can use the blood to use the speed by healing, by immediately clothing their blood, preventing blood loss and the speed up recovery process. So yeah, guys, that's the ability of the Naito clan. If you don't ask me, I mean, if you ask me, that's very OP to me. So yeah, so as Naruto began to experiment, he plan his objective. Time after time, he began to killing villagers that despised him the most, from least to worst. He began killing and killing and killing every single one. None of them find out as he left no traces of blood or the experiments he called humans. Now Naruto began to become very crazy as he was ruthless and showed no mercy against none of the targets he called humans. And none of the humans he called targets. Naruto began to have this obsession over killing people. It's like it was inside his blood. He loved hearing the screams of people. So as Naruto began this, he starts to focus on his abilities of sharpening and of shaping his blood into whatever he wants. Actually coming up with a jutsu called multiple blood shuriken. This allows the user to create multiple shuriken out of their blood or somebody's blood, harden it as a hot steel. Now, Naruto came up with that, but it was hard at his age, so he wanted to wait until he could to control his chakra more, because you still need chakra to move stuff, so to move his blood. So Naruto began doing chakra control every year and focus on his ability to move and to pull back or to move forward his blood. That's what he needed to do, because that's the basics. He needed to move with his mind or move with his hand signature to move his blood. Now Naruto thinking like in a battle, like you can't just pull out somebody's blood. Well, you can't do that, but you can't do that. But like one of us had training exams. So guys, I'm allowing him to be smart, kind of, because he knows about this. Because you can't just become a Genin and then a tuning. You have to be a tuning exams. That's what he thought. So during the tuning exams, he can't just have a goddamn a body near him so he could pull blood from. So he made a gourd. As you know, Gaara got no. I'm not making him like Gaara or anything like that. It's just like his clan trait, and he's thinking about it. He can't just have blood on him. I mean, not blood on him, but he can't just pull blood from anybody. So he kind of stored blood within a gourd, because that's the only thing that's like, this is Naruto. This is not in modern life. We can put stuff aside what you call it, a glass and butt bag, or like what a butt bag. You can't do that. So he did was he built a stable, and he built a stable gourd, and he put blood within it. It's not. I can't say it's huge. It's not that huge. It's also lightweight. So, but it's not huge. Y'all know how Gaara's gourd and on his back. It's like that. It's basically like that, but it's a little bit more bigger, because I mean, and guys, I know what you're trying to say. Well, that is kind of big, but I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just, I don't know, because he needs it. It's a human body's blood. So yeah. So as Naruto grew up, he began to plan his rogue mission. Nah, damn it. Well, forget it. I already told y'all. So his rogue mission on becoming rogue and things like that. Now, as the Uchiha massacre began, guys, should I give him the shotgun gun? Like, make him steal some shotgun gun eyes or something like that. Make him super OP. I don't think so. I might put out on my another video. I might put out another video though. Yeah, so he didn't do that. So, but yeah, so as Naruto began to do all of this, plan his escape. One night he was asleep and he woke up within a sewer. With him being 10 years old, he woke up within a sewer as he heard a growl type noise. Like, as he went towards it, he sees a door and a huge cage. As you can feel the malice and the killing intent, the bloodlust. He says, "Who is that? Why are you wreaking so much bloodlust at me?" As then he says, as he said, ask her like, "Kurama, I'm getting my voice in. I am the nine-tailed fox." Matter of fact, bro, I can't do that. Nah. They said, "I am a nine-tailed fox, brat." He says, "Why are you calling me a brat? What I do to you?" He says, "Are you not scared?" "No." He says, "Why?" "Because I am a demon myself." As then his eyes as his eyes glow red as it begins. Then he says, "I have seen what you've done. And I can say I'm really, really surprised. Why have you done? Like, what is your plan? Well, if you've been watching me within my body, what's kind of weird, you wouldn't know." Says, such a smart kid. As he thinks something in his mind, as he says, "Now, hope you have a plan for what's coming. You're not the only strong kid, or even the strongest. You're a weak compared to everybody within the world. You're not even at the top. You're not even a top Joni. I can say you're about a high tuning right now, but you're nowhere near Joni." As he says, as Naruto gets angry, it says, "Shut up. I will make Konoha pay. I'll make the whole world pay. No, I'll make Konoha pay, guys. Don't say you'll make the whole world pay." It says, "But do you know why I have this ability?" As he says, "Should I tell you? I don't think you deserve it." As then Naruto says, "Why?" As then he says, "I just don't want to. Says I will do anything. Tell me, how or why do I have this ability?" As he says, "Anything. Far within the future. Not right now, because if you release me, you will die. So in the future, you release me from this cage. This damn seal your father put on me. And then you will release me. Is that a deal?" Says, "Wait, right? I will die." Says, "So will you do it or not? I will tell you if you will die or not." Says, "Yes." Now, let me tell you about the three clans within your body. 3 blood clans that you are. You are Namikaze, Uzumaki, and Naito. Now, as he tells him about the Uzumaki clan, and as he said, that nothing really special about the Namikaze clan. But he does something about his father and his mom. But he says, "Now, your third and most powerful clan you have is the Naito clan. Your clan was ruthless, no merciless. Your clan was feared as one of the top or the top clan within the whole world." As he says, "Why?" "So I guess you're not smart. you can you can manipulate blood at an incredible level. Even heal with your own blood. You can shape, harden your blood within anything you ever want. Your clan was feared and wiped out by all 5 hidden villages. As he says, so my powerful is that my clan was that powerful, huh? Says yes, of course. He says, so I can't die from unsealing you in the future because I am a Uzumaki, meaning I have more chakra reserves and a bigger life force than any other clan. That's why I won't die due to your off sealing itself, of course. Now that made the deal. My bad, guys. I'm stretching right now. So now get out of here, kids. As then he kicked him out of Mindscape. As Izuku woke, as Naruto wakes up. Now, as due time, Naruto is currently 13. Naruto is very, very, very skilled. He's about a journey right now. And Naruto, he hides the secret of his power. And he hides the secret of his plan. Naruto knows he can't do this alone, even though he had Kurama, the most powerful cell beast. He can't do this alone. So Naruto began searching people that can help him within his plan. Within his plan. So as this goes on, he knows that he must do something about, like his destroying of the Konoha, rebuilding it up into his own. He has to have a team for that. So Naruto at night begins leaving the village, and he began fighting people or planning and stuff like that, training. Yeah. So Naruto found out a person he can use though. Not use, but as a team. As a partner. As y'all can guess, well, I guess y'all don't know, so I'm gonna tell y'all. But he is a very powerful person. And he was shocked, y'all. Not really shocked, because I think some of y'all would know. But he would definitely put more dangerous and more Black Force energy within the team. So when it's time for the Genin test to become a Genin, Naruto aced it with pure accuracy, with A and an A. Now he used blood, which they don't know how he used it, with Aruka questioning what jutsu was that, as he thinks this is a blood clone, and he thinks that's too far advanced for Naruto, as Naruto is clearly the best within the class. He don't think that Naruto can use a blood clone. So what happened was, he still passes him though, because that is Naruto. But he's wondering how can he use such a high level jutsu. Now Naruto, with him passing, it was the same teams, Sakura, Naruto, and Sasuke. And guys, next series I would change this, like the teams, because I don't really like being in one bit same team like that. But yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just slapping my stomach. But yeah, so with him passing, they get their senseis. Now Naruto, already knowing who his sensei is, due to reading, as Kakashi comes in, he says, let's go to the rooftop. As you know, they start to, introduce themselves. Naruto Uzumaki, Sakura Haruno, and Sasuke Uchiha, their likes and dislikes, and their goals. Naruto couldn't really tell them his goal, neither his dislikes, so he just fakes his whole thing right there, like he fakes his whole likes and dislikes and stuff like that, because you really couldn't tell them, or even telling them about his likes, because it's torturing stuff like that, so can't do that. Nope. So as Kakashi says, come at the ground, at training ground Gamma tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We'll be taking your getting test. As then they're kind of confused. What you mean by getting test? But Naruto just says, ugh, and leaves. As in Sasuke leaves. As in Sakura leaves, bothering Sasuke. And now let's go to the training ground Gamma. Naruto is already there, Sasuke is already there, and Sakura is already there. 2 hours later, they were still waiting for Kakashi as Naruto trains, shaping his butt within secret. To mastery it, Kakashi comes and tells them what the bell test is, how they can get it. Not how they can get it, but what you need to do. I don't need to do either, but you need to have a kill instinct and use with all weapons you can. As then he says, start Naruto. This appears in red liquid as he thinks it's something, but it's blood. And Naruto has a gourd on his back, which they wonder what is inside that gourd. As then Naruto throws a couple shuriken at him, and no, not blood shuriken, because I don't want to figure it out yet. So as he throws a couple shuriken at high speeds, Kakashi dodges some, but gets one stuck on his arm. As he says, "Good accuracy, kid." As then he throws some of it back at him, as Naruto, you can see, dodges. And then Kakashi says, great reflexes. Then Naruto does a hand sign and says, multi-blood shuriken. As then blood come out his gourd and hardens and comes into shuriken. As it launches at Kakashi with great speed, as Kakashi runs and does a black flip, dodging some of it as someone comes behind him, as Naruto is controlling those two at him and stabs him in the back. Now then he jumps at Naruto. He jumps at Kakashi with a kick, as the Naruto creates a spear, and then he throws it at Kakashi's stomach, which Kakashi caught it, but almost barely. As then he does this, Naruto jumps. Naruto runs at Kakashi, jumps onto his stomach that he's holding his spear, and kicks it inside his stomach. As then they're shocked. Kakashi turns into a log, as the Naruto says, damn it, it's a Tushin Jutsu. As then he starts to disappear. He's wondering where's Kakashi, as then he says, heat sensor. Now, guys, if I don't know what that means, what that jutsu is, well, y'all really don't, because I made it up. But heat sensor is basically sensing the body heat of blood within their body to see where they're at. So, yeah, Naruto knows where he's at as he goes towards him. And then he sees Sasuke fighting Kakashi. As Kakashi is impressed, but not as he was impressed with Naruto. Then when when Kakashi goes underground and does a double headhunter jutsu. Headhunter jutsu, I think that's called. He then digs Sasuke under the ground as Naruto launches at Kakashi with full thrust. As then he almost grabs the bells. He says, damn it, almost grabbed one. As he says, I think this will do the trick. As he does a couple hand signs, fire, boar, whatever. Ham, cat. He says, snake. I mean, blood binding snake. Now, guys, if you don't know what that is, well, I don't. But this allows the user to create a huge amount of blood. This allows the user to use a huge amount of blood to bind or strike the target with a blood image of a snake. But the user can harden the snake to make it less for chances to escape. Like, say like the snake wrap around the person and hardens it, make it harder for them to escape. Now that Naruto does this, a kind of a huge snake launches at Kakashi as full of speed as it wrap around Kakashi. It suddenly hardens as Kakashi has a terrible time getting out. Naruto says, "Then you're over, Kakashi," as he pulls out a shuriken and styles on the shoulder, which completely hurts Kakashi on his shoulder as he grabs one of the bells and says, "I win." As then, Kakashi, with his arms start hurting, is hurting his own arm because it hit his shoulder, which a cord is connected to his arm as one of his chakra points as connected to his arm, shut down his arm. And then he says, Good job. Really did a number on me. And what are those jutsus? As he says, well, that's my business. As then he disappears within blood. As like a blood mist liquid thing. I don't know, I can't explain. So as this happens, Kakashi and Sasuke is like, how the hell? What are those jutsus? And guys, that's where we ended off at. My name is Kage, and I am out. But please like, comment, and subscribe though. I really need those. And I am out.